And here we are. Hello, YouTube, and welcome to my weekly stream. Those of you who are watching live have actually been here for a little while, as I do my pre-stream shortly before actually getting started with the main body of the stream. And I'm also joined by special guest, Cybernetic Pink Eye. Would you stop? Anyway, you know, that asshole over there is sipping his LaCroix like a bitch. Anyway, for those of you who don't know, I usually stream weekly. I've been trying to keep up with that after having a brief hiatus, thanks to health reasons. And I try to have, like, you know, my actual gameplay or whatever dedicated game I am currently making my way through during the actual recorded portion of this. But for those of you who are able to make it to the streams live and get here a little bit on the earlier side, you guys get to have a solo one-on-one conversation with me. So we've been talking about things like Monty Python and stuff like that. However, we are bringing things into the actual stream content today, which is going to be my continuation of Dragon Age Origins. Now, those of you who were here last week or watched the stream last week might have noticed a handful of glitches and problems, like, oh, how did you put it, Griffin?
Well, one way I'd put it is poetry in motion, but a good summary would be square fire and some purple bitch.
Square fire and some purple bitch.
That's a good, like, compression of the string of events that took place that stream.
So what happened was, and I found out what it was, and it was that I had missed a folder in clearing out certain mods that I, for whatever reason, did not catch when I was getting ready for this actual playthrough, which is why you saw some things that were different. And I remember remarking on some of the things that were different. Some of the outfit changes, including armor changes for many people in Ostagar. So I found that that file, because that was causing conflicts with the mod fixes that I had, and hopefully, having cleared that out, I shall be able to actually progress in the game. So, having said that, there are going to be a couple of hiccups once I actually get into this.
Maybe one or two.
Like, from what I noticed, most of the army is now running around in their underwear.
I mean...
Oh, lordy Lou. But hopefully we should not be having issues with the loading screen anymore, and I did actually go through, because unfortunately pretty much everything that everyone in my party was wearing when I last played this also vanished when I removed that file from my mod file.
I mean, I can't imagine Don's gonna complain too much about seeing Alistair present in his birthday suit.
Uh-huh. Perhaps not. But he was actually fine in terms of outfit. And that's twice in a row that's given me not responding. So I actually reloaded the game, and once I actually got the mods to actually cooperate, and I took some of the outfits, let's see, is it? Ah, yes, good. I've got them in here. Some of the outfits that we actually had in the party, I actually had to go to the quartermaster and dress certain people, which is why Davith is currently missing arm bracers, but he's not going to need them where we're going, as you may remember from last week. So here's my party, and, you know, some people, like, you can see the quartermaster there, he still has his clothes on. Unfortunately, there are some individuals who had special modded outfits that did not carry over, unfortunately. And let's see, several of the army are now without armor. So, 'tis most unfortunate.
I mean, I guess it's casual Friday.
So, let's see, I believe what I have to do is I have to talk with Duncan and cue something that we've already seen a couple of times now. Yep, everyone is naked. Everyone. Everyone is naked. No exceptions. Except for Duncan. Fortunately, he still has his clothes on. So we're going to see that scene again, the one that has the sort of questionable morality of the joining. I will say, and I think I mentioned this at the time, I don't have much, well, obviously it's supposed to inspire the, no, why should he do this? But here's the thing, why would you sign up to join a war if you were that afraid of dying? He wanted the glory of it, but he felt like being, I guess, poisoned, quote-unquote, was not part of the deal. But it was part of the deal. Becoming a Grey Warden is not just about being fancy or being superior. It is a very important and solemn undertaking. That's why when someone recites the actual ritual, it's not like this big dramatic event with fanfare. It is very quiet and somber and very sober because people die. That's what happens. Anyway.
People die when they are killed.
Uh-huh.
So
he's not dying for nothing.
Have you been successful?
Okay. I understand how it kind of looks like he's dying for nothing, but the truth is, so, Davith didn't die for nothing. He died for the chance to become a Grey Warden, and there's actually a very specific reason why they need to do this. But we don't actually find out. It does enhance their abilities to be able to sense the Darkspawn, for example. And it gives people a sense of, for example, when the actual, well, anyway, I'm sorry, lost my train of thought because my streaming service is trying to tell me, oh, encoding overloaded. But anyway, so the chance to become a Grey Warden is one of those things where they have a specific purpose as to why they do what they do. And we don't know it yet, outside of it helps us to fight the Darkspawn. And it is a process that might end up killing people, but for the people that do survive that process, they now have a very specific ability, and they have the ability to actually stop the Darkspawn. That is something worth dying for. And what it means is that Jory was in it for the glory of it, and not for the actual duty and responsibility of being a Grey Warden. And I understand why he got scared. I understand why he got scared by it. The problem is that he drew his sword on Duncan first. He drew his sword on Duncan and was clearly actually going to attack him, and again, the ritual needed to be completed. Jory refused to actually go through with what he signed up to do, and he was going to actually attack Duncan, which was not gonna happen, unfortunately. And you can see the weight of that on Duncan's expression when he actually does put his sword through Jory. So, anyway, we have been successful.
Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Maybe we should tell you about Morrigan and her mother?
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had scrolls. They were both very odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
That's fair. Now will you tell us what this ritual is about?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
I have no problem facing what is to come.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
And the thing is, I mean, it's okay to not completely agree with this ritual. That's a fine outcome to have. It's supposed to be morally gray.
Unless I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
Calm down. There's nothing we can do about it now.
I only know that my wife is in Highover with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
See, it's not sacrificing people. Again, they're not recruiting people willy-nilly. They're recruiting people that they think are actually able to endure the joining. They don't recruit willy-nilly. That's kind of even the point. He has a wife and child. Then he shouldn't have volunteered to go to war. If you have a wife and child and you want to be there for them, then don't sign up to join the military. Okay, I know that sounds really condemning, but that's just it. If you're going to use that as an excuse for why you shouldn't be forced to sacrifice your life for something, then you should not be signing up for the military. Because signing up for the military means that you are willing to sacrifice your life for something.
That I can agree with. However, there's also something to be said about how much one person can think they can get away with in the name of the greater good. I mean, what we're essentially seeing here is people experimenting with Bane toxin on people.
That's not what we're seeing. There's a specific reason why they do this, but I can't tell you because it's spoiling. It's more than just that. It is actually something, the only reason why they've been able to stop the Blights. It literally is the only reason. Unfortunately, it has been so many centuries since not only the last Blight, but since the Blights have even begun, that the initial reason, especially because they do keep it secret, has been somewhat lost. Now, I would say that the fact that the Grey Wardens have so many secrets that they're not telling anyone is in itself a problem.
Yeah.
Having too much of a secret when it's actually essential for the survival of everyone, especially in the wake of a potentially apocalyptic scenario, is not great. It isn't the best thing in the world, and frankly, if everyone knew what was actually going on, then people would understand what they were getting into. But that said, this is what he signed up for. He signed up for the glory. Unfortunately, he forgot that along the way, glory kind of has greater odds. In terms of the only way to have great glory is if there is an equal measure of failure. And failure in this case does mean death. You know, I mean, that's just it. You don't have to agree. This game is full of things that are morally gray. That's literally why they're called the Grey Wardens. They're not black or white. They are simply what they are. They do what needs to be done. Anyway, you make a good point.
You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them? Maybe you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This is the source of our power and our victory.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
So that's the other thing. You become immune to it so that you don't actually get turned into a soulless husk while you're trying to fight them. Because even just exposure to the blood is enough to actually taint and poison and kill you. And it's a slow death. It's ugly, it's painful, it's agony, and it can actually make you something of a mindless thrall of the Darkspawn while you're on your way to dying. So developing an immunity to it so that you can actually fight them is also kind of important. Anyway.
I mean, you're not wrong. It is very much a vaccine, only this is the sort of vaccine that... This is what anti-vaxxers think vaccine is.
Sort of. Except that actual vaccinations generally don't kill you.
Exactly.
Or don't run the same kind of risk of killing you. Anyway.
Yeah.
Those who survive?
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Here we go.
Davith, step forward.
So this we've seen before. Just fucking pour it all over his face. That's great. Alistair, you are hot.
I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No, you ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry. But the joining is not yet complete.
And you may see the blood doesn't look terrible this time. I mean, it looks terrible because it's blood, but...
For the greater good.
Delicate little sip. Alright.
From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths. In my joining, only one of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
So that was what was supposed to happen. We're supposed to actually see something while something roaring at us, and it wasn't supposed to stay on the black screen of death. So she survived this time! Yay!
Yeah, she's just a little on fire is all.
Oh yeah, no, just a little bit on fire, but that's her staff, so it's okay. So yeah, that's how it was supposed to go, and now we're a Grey Warden! So let's see. I still can't believe you killed Sir Jory.
Jory was warned that there was no turning back, as were you all. When he went for his blade, however, he left me no choice. It brought me no pleasure to end his life. The Blight demands sacrifices from us all. Thankfully, you stand here as proof they are not all made in vain.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the king.
With the king? What kind of meeting?
The king is discussing strategy for the upcoming battle. I am not sure why he has requested your presence. The meeting is to the west, down the stairs. Please attend as soon as you're able.
I see. Wait, Alistair!
If the king wants to see you and Duncan, you probably shouldn't keep him waiting. He might get mad, start crying. You'll feel bad and... well, it won't be pretty.
Alright. So let's see. I wonder if... Okay, so I was just given my party's, Yep. I was given my party's, stuff. You may also see that I have some additional robes in my inventory now, including this one, which was actually a mod that I installed, but I installed it incorrectly. So while I was fixing other mods in order to get this to actually run and cooperate, I was able to add this in, and this might actually even look familiar to some of you. Apparently it's based on something in an MMO, I think World of Warcraft. She's not going to be wearing that just yet, though. I am going to be... No, not that one. What am I doing? Where's the one I want to wear? That's not it, though.
Remember when people just played the games as is? Me neither.
What the fuck are you talking about? Alistair is funny. Okay. Oh, God. Good, it's getting a little skippy.
Lovely.
Alright, well, this would be your last chance to take care of basically anything before going into a section of the game that is actually pretty final for this area. Anyway.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Now, one of the interesting
Well, let me
things,
know
too,
what you
is that I
like.
believe he actually restocks after you do... Oh, maybe he... No, I guess he doesn't. So it's just before and after. Okay. Well, I am going to get rid of the extras that I now have because my former companions died. I don't need them. I don't, though.
I love how, like, the whole thing is you're like, congratulations on graduating. Here's the shit from the corpses that didn't make it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, let's not bother, you know, burying them with their belongings or anything like that, or maybe sending them back to their families. Nope. Next of kin is just whoever was next door when they dropped.
And the Warden's Oath is actually... So, it says Amulet Restriction Evelyn. And it gives +2 Constitution. That's great, but I am wearing part of the modded armor set that I included in here, which is slightly better, especially as a mage. The blue robe is gorgeous, and I'm probably going to drop her in that after we actually get out of here.
Neat.
Alistair's going to go ahead and chill over there. Oh no.
Mabari's responding well. As I said, come back after the battle's done. He's bound to be livelier then.
Okay. Well, that's fine. I'll close the pen. Oh, Lord. And of course it's being all jagged on me, and I suspect that's also why I'm getting some encoding issues. So I'm gonna save real quick.
I mean, the life of a Grey Warden is one filled with sacrifices, including that of the frame rate.
You can fuck yourself. Let's see. Turn down the graphics detail a little, maybe? Oh, there's only medium and high. Texture detail down to medium, I guess? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to do that, just to see if that helps anything. Alright. No, it's still looking exactly like it did a second ago. Hi, welcome to live tweaking the quality of what I'm doing.
Yes. Also, Don, I imagine the bow's on fire because it has an enchantment.
It's not a bow, it's a staff.
Ah.
It's on fire because it's a magic staff. And it might be part of what's causing the slowdown right now. Oh no, oh god, look at all of these naked soldiers.
I'd rather not, if it's all the same to you.
Well, you're gonna have to in just a second anyway. That would be the mods, unfortunately. Or at least the mods that I had to remove.
Logain, my decision is final.
Okay.
I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Kalen. The Darkspawn Horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
If that's the case, perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a full notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the recruit I met earlier on the road? I understand congratulations are in order.
So, slight note. About 20 years ago was a revolution of the Fereldans actually driving the Orlesians out of their country. The Orlesians had, as Loghain put it, enslaved them for over a century. They were able to finally drive them out, led by Marek, Loghain, and Rowan, who was Kaelin's mother, Marek being his father. They led the revolution to actually drive the Orlesians out, and here, 20 years later, their son is going, oh, or 25 years later, however long it's been, 20 years later, anyway. Here's their son going, well, why don't we just invite them back in? On the one hand, technically, those things have been settled in the past. However, there are some wounds from war that do not heal, especially not that quickly, and especially when one of them is literally one of the rebels who helped free the Ferelden in the first place. Anyway. So it's interesting that we have been asked to stand here, and of course everyone has to listen to me rant about this shit. Anyway.
I mean...
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Every Grey Warden is needed now. You should be honored to join their ranks.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kaelin. We must attend to reality.
Fine. Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from cover.
To flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
Excuse me, what? You mean I won't be fighting in the battle?
We need the beacon. Without it, Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
You see? Glory for everyone.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the Archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
circle
will
of
not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, Mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough. This plan will suffice. The Grey Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Kaelin. A glorious moment for us all.
Uh-huh.
You heard the plan. You and Alistair will go to the Tower of Ishal and ensure the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
I agree with Alistair. We should be in the battle.
That is not our choice. If King Kaelin wishes Grey Wardens to ensure the beacon is lit, then Grey Wardens will be there. We must do whatever it takes to destroy the Darkspawn, exciting or no.
I get it, I get it. Just so you know, if the King ever asks me to put on a dress and dance the Remigold, I'm drawing the line. Darkspawn or no.
I think I'd like to see that.
For you, maybe. But it has to be a pretty dress.
The tower is on the other side of the gorge from the King's camp, the way we came when we arrived. You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley.
I love that sigh. That is the sigh of someone who just realized, oh shit, now there's two of them.
I mean...
I love you, Don. When do we light the beacon?
We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for.
Okay. Can we join the battle afterwards?
Stay with the Terran's men and guard the tower. If you are needed, we will send word.
What if the Archdemon appears?
We soil our drawers, that's what.
If it does, leave it to us. I want no heroics from either of you.
How much time do we have?
The battle is about to begin. Once I leave, move quickly. You'll have less than an hour.
Are we in any danger?
Of course. Even the best laid plans go awry. So do what you must. I trust you both.
Just not enough to actually fight with the rest of you.
There will be plenty of battles, Alistair. Be patient.
That sounds ominous. I know what I have to do.
Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan. May the Maker
May he watch over us all.
Alistair approves +1, specifically for the I think I'd like to see that line, by the way.
I mean...
Let's see. Okay, he's doing pretty good on his front. Do either of these work? Okay, well, for now, I guess. He also has the Runic Worry token, and it gives him a couple of bonuses there. Let's see, do we have any better swords for you? Okay. Ornamental sword. Huh. Oh, that's two-handed, that's why it's more. Okay. I can destroy that, I think, yeah. I don't think I need that. These look pretty good so far. I've got a pretty full inventory, but... Alright, I think we're basically ready to go. Okay. You sense an imminent catastrophe, do you?
Welcome to fucking Dragon Age.
I mean, yeah, literally the name Dragon Age the age was named the Dragon Age because it was supposed to be a calamitous century. One of great turbulence and change. That's why it was called, also because a dragon showed up at the end of the rebellion. Anyway, I'm gonna level these characters up now because that seems like a pretty good idea.
I mean, if the Targaryens have taught us anything, it's that dragons are rarely a sign of good times to come.
I wouldn't know. Also, don't pour salt in people's wounds. I have not heard people be happy with the results of the latest season.
I know, but it's me.
You're not wrong. It is definitely you. It requires 27 magic. Alright, well, let's see. Specialized in, okay. And frost weapons, I guess that works. Okay, and let's level up Alistair. So again, we actually have the specializations, and in his case he has 4 options open to him: Champion, Templar, Berserker, and Reaver, and he himself already has the Templar specialization unlocked. Now, eventually, you're going to be able to ask him to train you or anyone else in the party to potentially take on the Templar specialization, which is rather interesting given what we eventually learn about the Templars anyway. But you can learn it from him at some point. Okay. Constitution. Yeah. Constitution's gonna be a big thing, because he's gonna be the tank. And he's got 1 point for that. Let's see. Requires level 9. Threaten. Precise striking. Again, I know this is super entertaining for all of us, but like... Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give him that. Alright, so I don't have to do that all again.
Let's just get to the tower. It may not be the most glamorous job, but we'd best not dawdle.
Yeah, you're not wrong. So I think this might be another restock moment, unless the quartermaster is already gone. Looks like the quartermaster is gone. Huh. I guess I'm wrong. It's been a few years since I've played this, guys. Alright. Where am I going? Oh, I know where I'm going. I think I know where I'm going. So! That allow you to purposefully play an evil character? Yes, as a matter of fact. There are choices in this game that allow you to play a ruthless character. And sometimes the ruthless options are things I would consider to be very evil. There's something called the murder knife, which comes out especially in cutscenes where you choose to kill someone instead of helping them. Just saying. Yeah, her hair should catch fire. Anyway, cutscene. Actually, a really cool cutscene. Oh look, they have their armor again.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The Blight ends here.
Your entire strategy was based around you using that single choke point, and you had them charge out of it! Your entire strategy against the sheer numbers of Darkspawn was using the defensive position of the choke point to let them stream in and be taken out by you guys. You were doing so well and you make them charge from cover. You're an idiot, Kalen.
I mean, I think that's the point of the character.
You're not wrong. And what's awful is you can actually see his expression at that one point when he realizes the scope of the army, and I'm pretty sure that that was actually him letting the fear and the fullness of the situation get to him, which is why he commanded them out of their fucking defensive position. I am mad because that is literally their entire strategy that they just fucking threw out the fucking window.
Yep.
Okay, I'm mad because so when you have fewer numbers than your opponent, your base strategy is to try and force them to be funneled into an easy to manage focal point. That way, instead of them being able to surround you or flank you, you use that funneling point to get them to come to you. And then you pick them off as they sort of just come after you more like one-on-one, as opposed to using their sheer numbers to crush you. That was their strategy. That was the reason why they came to Ostagar in the first place, was to use literally this tiny little narrow point to force them to be a controlled force. That is an actual legit military strategy. And they just took that, crumpled it up, and tossed it out the window because fuck it, glory, right? For Ferelden!
I like how this is like the 20th time you've played this game and you're still this viscerally angry over this.
I am so mad. Alright, so, shit's getting real.
Cross the bridge and get to the tower.
Tower of Ishal. Yep. Okay, now there are naked people. Whoop. Thanks for helping me up, Alistair. That's awesome. And you can see them all fighting down there. That's great. Awesome. Let's keep going. Come on, Alistair. Anyway.
Help me. They're everywhere. They've taken the tower.
Oh, no.
You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
What are you talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, boy. Why's he gotta be naked?
I mean...
Why's he gotta be naked?
I'd answer that, but it only caused more yelling.
I know. Ah! Well, they're dead. Oh boy. Oh, the game's gonna crash.
I mean...
Yep, the game's about to crash.
Oh, joy.
Yep, game crashed.
I hope you saved recently.
We had the autosave on the bridge. Well!
Hi, and welcome to Technical Difficulties with Magic Lorelei. Or M. Lorelei. Either way, Lorelei is involved.
Yeah. I'm involved. I'm enraged.
I mean...
This game!
One of your favorites.
One of my favorites, yes! Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to knock the texture detail and maybe even the graphics detail down.
I mean...
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna load that, because it was the autosave. Alright, let's see if that makes any difference. When the Darkspawn have committed themselves, the beacon will signal Terran Logain's forces to flank the Darkspawn horde.
Let's cross the bridge and get to the Tower of Ishal.
And there's the music. Just making my way across. Making my way downtown. Running fast. Darkspawn killing us and going on.
You beat me to it.
Help me, they're everywhere. You're Grey Wardens, aren't you?
Yes. Alright. Alright, let's see if this works any better than it did last time. Let's see. We don't need your opinion there, Herlox. I think it's actually the atmospheric effect of the storm that's actually fucking things up right now. Awesome. I'm super happy with this, by the way. Guys! Guys, Squishy Mage here!
It's not often that you hear of a stream being called due to rain. Baseball games maybe, but...
What are you talking about? Streams get called due to rain all the time. If you have no power, you can't stream.
That's a fair point.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Tower guard. Alright. Okay, I guess we're going up here now. Ah, for fuck's sake. But let's be sure to pick some plants while in the middle of this.
I mean, what better environment to practice homeopathy?
Square fire and some purple bitch. We're... Alright, loot the body, please. I don't have time for this, Evelyn. We need to pick things up. I mean, even though it's been said that, you know, we're here to do something important, let's take our time. It's important. Alright. Tower guard. I am so sorry that you are presently naked. Here. Wear something. I'm not gonna need that, so you go ahead and keep it.
Well, I think at the moment they're wearing the pride.
Well, no, at the moment they're wearing some armor now. God damn, this fucking... I don't need this, I don't need these special environmental effects. No, I don't.
You know, the funny thing is, I don't think you've ever shown me a game that you've called me, that you told me was one of your favorites, that didn't manage to piss you off in some way, shape, or form.
Listen, the things that I care about the most. Okay. Alright, let's see. You wanna be on fire? Because I want you to be on fire.
You want your blood?
Oh. Guys, they're still... Okay. Hey, dude, you look pretty close to death there. Alright, I see we're doing the dumb thing. Oh, Herlock Alpha. Sweet. Awesome. Oh, I froze him! Sweet! Actually, let's see. Do you don't have Shield Bash open. You've used all of them?
You know, you raise an excellent point, Dork.
Now, that's a sentence.
Fair.
You raise an excellent point, Dork. Wow.
Oh yeah, the game's got some incredible music.
Oh. Kill the Alpha! Although I will say that, once again, the concept of alphas versus betas, etc., has been long since debunked when it comes to social hierarchy. If you subscribe to that,
Lovely.
demonic ichor. Sweet.
So I shall.
So I shall. That's an interesting way of talking. I know I picked it for you. Oh my god. The slowdown is amazing!
Amazing! Also, hi, Mare.
Oh, hi! And there's no one who can pick locks. This is one of the reasons why previously I have always played a rogue, is so that I can actually pick locks on my way into the tower, because they don't give me a rogue! Ever! Ow, I actually kind of hurt something there.
Again, you're only hurting yourself by playing games that piss you off. I just play games that are fun.
I love this game!
It's my favorite!
Oh yeah, that's
Night ourselves.
that's a trap. You guys go ahead and go through it first.
Thank you, Mare.
Okay. Oh, what? Hey! That sucks. What the fuck?
As Mare gives you a bid.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry.
Hey, that sucks. What the fuck?
Okay. Stop laughing, you sons of bitches. Well, thanks for the help, Alistair. And actually, I should probably heal. Actually, I should probably heal you. Ah! Alright, so the emissaries are supposedly more powerful darkspawn. Actually, purportedly,
So I shall.
they are intelligent. And so much so it's like, oh, well, these guys can actually talk. Once again, there's a chest I cannot open! Anyway, just to highlight what's been going on apparently in this tower, in case you're wondering why there are darkspawn here, it looks like they've been somewhat overrun. I don't think that the people who were stationed here did too well.
They seem a bit tilted to me.
Cool.
Hello! I'm gonna kill you. Enjoy.
Thanks, have a beautiful time!
No. Away from me. That's not, go away from me. Get away from me! I'm Squishy Mage! Oh god, where'd you fucking come from? Get away!
Why did you turn into Isla there for a second?
What?
Me, Squishy Mage! Malachite, sweet. Just gonna loot through the pockets of... Fucking... No! Alright, I'm gonna tell you to get rid of that. Oh. Wait. Wait, oh, you can't do it because you don't have a shield! Oh my god! Why don't you have a shield? Ah! Where is the shield?
Don't you have... Oh, I'm sorry.
My shit stick kingdom for a shield.
What? Oh, what? Cancer jokes? What?
What?
Ah, fire effects give your computer plague, I guess. Yeah, let's not make cancer jokes. In fact, let's not make jokes about illness in general.
Yeah, let's back away from the terminal illness jokes.
No, kitty. You're fine. Instant skeletization.
Sorry, that almost seems like a comic strip. Like, no, kitty, you're fine. Instant skeletization.
Alright.
It's like the fucking comic. Sans, are you okay? Sans is dead.
Well, all right.
A second sword would not help him with what he needs to be doing right now. Huh. Well, that looks like a giant hole. Gee, the Darkspawn come up from under the ground. I wonder where they came from. I have no idea. Stop! I told you to stop.
I told you I'd shoot, but you
didn't believe me. Why didn't you believe me? The things that, again, you don't think about as a kid, and then you get to be an adult, and it's like, oh my god.
We watched some fucked up shit as kids.
I think we all do, more or less. So,
wrong.
Further proof that things did not go well for Loghain's men stationed here.
Yeah, they may have had a mishap or two.
So... I'm saving? Because we've already crashed once.
Yeah, better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Hopefully we come across a shield sometime soon.
That would be nice.
Some combinations of spells can produce interesting effects. Don't be afraid to experiment.
And that reminds me I should check out that Rise of the Shield Knight anime.
There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
Huh. Weren't you complaining that you wouldn't get to fight?
Hey, you're right. I guess there is a silver lining here if you think about it. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Baron Loghain will be waiting for the signal.
So, indicating that we were supposed to be up there much sooner than now. Yes, better save than sorry. Absolutely. That is a motto that every gamer should absolutely adopt. Better
Control
save.
S is your friend.
Well, it doesn't work like that for all games. Anyway. Yeah! This lovely moment of my throat dying has been brought to you by this game has enraged me. Not actually enraged, but... So, again, I'm sensing things have not gone well. Hey, give me something that I can't open! You can stop.
I really can't.
As you desire.
Speaking of opening.
Hey, asshole, what'd I tell you about that? Guys, get over here. Thank you. So this is an area where you can actually find yourself easily overwhelmed. There are several enemies here. If I do things in a specific order, it's to avoid having all of the enemies swarm me at once. Which is why I'm running so far away from them. As well as it's generally a good idea for the mage to not be in the middle of combat. Okay. Alright. Sponsored by Caitlin is an Idiot. Oh! Thank you, Dawn! Much. Thank you so much! Wow, I just went from rage to sweet. Thank you, actually legit, so much.
Funny how all it takes is money to turn your mood around despite being, like, blatantly anti-capitalism.
Well, it's one of those things that despite being anti-capitalist, I am still party to a capitalist system. And as party to that capitalist system, I am poor as shit. So, every little bit counts!
Hey.
And yes, bitch! Thank you, Mayor. It's a bit much. Okay.
Whoa!
History of the Chantry, Chapter 1. I don't give a fuck about the Chantry. I don't give a fuck! You guys want to lure him over? Oops, whoops! Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, the tower takes a good chunk in the beginning of the game.
Well... Alright. Time to use some area of effect spells. I can't wait until I have Fireball. Okay. So, you saw how many enemies there were. If I had just run straight into this room, not only would I have just run into all of those, but these two chambers would have actually released their enemies into the middle of that battle as well. Would not have ended well for me. I would have been very much overwhelmed. And that's why, again, thinking strategically instead of just running into the middle of battle is good in this game. Oh, hi! More of you guys.
Fancy meeting you here.
Someone just screamed, ah! Can I get a shield? That would be so great.
Well, all right.
No, not chainmail. Shield. God damn it, stop giving me chests I can't open.
If I had a shield, la 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 la.
I'd push them down and slam them to the ground. If I had a sturdy shield. God!
Oh.
God!
No, it's just me.
God!
Well, if you insist.
I mean... No, Wilhelm is... Ah! Ah! Okay, well, we just did two birds and not the Wilhelm scream, but close enough, I suppose. Ah! Okay.
Yeah.
And I think I just saved, so... Alright, we're going up a floor.
Okay, take care, cons.
Alright. I'm not going to rage quit.
Loghain better be ready to charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
Uh-huh. So, further grossness. Further dead bodies. Littering everything. This looks good. I think there's also another trap in here.
Dang dead bodies ruining this country.
Die already! Actually, I just realized something. You have a shield. I don't give a fuck about you! What?
Gray morality.
You have a shield. Give me shield. Fucking Christ, now Alistair can do what he's supposed to do.
Oh, I have some blood on me.
What? Yes. I imagine you do have some blood on you. Oh, I have some blood on me.
As you desire. Of course.
Of course. I'm just making fun of the voice clips at this point. I have heard them so many times. There's a dagger.
I mean, you've been playing this game for how many years now?
Well, not on entirely. Huh. Sounds like there's some big heavy thumping going on. Dogs! Sensing more darkspawn? You think? That lever over there, it will release the hounds. Excuse you? Alright, bitch, you're asking for it. Good puppies! Good puppies! What good puppers? They helped kill the darkspawn.
Good thumbs.
Oh my god. Stop that.
I mean, look at them.
They're not thumbs. They're
thumbs
dogs.
with legs.
They're doggies.
That's shaped like it.
Oh, and there's a Warden Recruit shield. Okay. Is that a better shield? Probably. Yeah. Okay. Alright. And I guess you can have your shield back, I guess.
A means of defending yourself? Pfft, I suppose.
I mean... Good puppers! Hi, guys. Alright.
Yeah, Mayor, I imagine most of us have the lines of most of our favorite forms of media all but memorized at this point in our lives.
I love the doggies. You can shut up about the thumbs.
I didn't say anything.
You already did say everything. You were already an asshole to the dogs.
Well, I don't discriminate.
The good puppy thumbs.
Hey, you said it, not me.
Hey, doggy. Don't. Why did you run ahead, pupper? Oh, I just closed the door. Alright. Pupper, that was bad. You were gonna face all of them darkspawn alone. You could have died. I don't want you to die. You're a pupper. What a good pupper.
And so I shall.
Oh, God. We just went inside her hair. Alright, well, things seem to be running better so long as I don't have the... I mean, slightly better. Relative.
Yes.
Hi, pupper. Good pupper.
Lovely.
Is it? Is it lovely? Alistair can do what he's supposed to do, which is use his shield to bash things.
Are you deflating? Like, I know you were pissed, but I didn't think you were so pissed you sprang a leak.
All it takes is one prick.
I mean...
Okay, let's see. Weapon and shield, probably. Alright, let's bring that up since you know you got your constitution. Now you actually have a shield, so... Now if only one of you could pick locks.
And so I shall.
And so I shall.
So it shall be written, so it shall be done. I forgot I did the voice, god damn it.
And it's time to save. Yeah, he is the tank. Alright. You guys ready for cutscene? I'm ready for cutscene. In combat, rogues are at their best when they can backstab. Try to position them behind their targets. If you gave me a rogue! Oh. Hi. So that's an ogre. And I don't want to be in its way. But I do want to freeze it. That's fine.
Take that!
You're right, Don. He does seem a bit blue, doesn't he?
Nope, 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 nope. Okay, so someone got the final blow, and mages can't do this. Go, Alistair. You get a slow-mo kill if you do the final blow on an ogre. Sure, but,
Of course.
let me get this necklace first. We'll do it real quick. I promise. I'm just gonna loot the body. Ah, Havard's Aegis. I think that's actually better. On Alistair, let's see. Havard's Aegis.
Now all I can think of is Havarti cheese. God damn it.
Yes! Yes! Also, yes. Cheese. So, Alistair says we've surely missed the signal by now. We should just light it. Bear that in mind with this upcoming cutscene.
Lovely.
Lovely, yes.
Sound the retreat.
But what about the king? Should we not...
Do as I command.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
reinforcements never came. Oh! And that was Dragon Age Origins. Thank you for coming to watching this with me today. But that's very clearly a no-win scenario. So, unfortunately, that's going to have to be that. I know it ended a little bit prematurely last time, but, I mean... Oh, and now we get to see her properly.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
She's not purple anymore. I remember you. The girl from the wilds.
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds, where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
I remember being overwhelmed by Darkspawn.
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
My friend? You mean Alistair?
The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before. Yes. He is
and I have clothes on again.
Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
Huh. Why does your mother want... Well... Thank you for helping me, Morrigan.
You were welcome. Though Mother did most of the work, I am no healer.
Why does your mother want to see me?
I do not know. She rarely tells me her plans.
Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
What about Alistair? Is he all right?
He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish.
Very unkind. Those were his friends.
And you think they would encourage his blubbering? If so, they are not the sort of Grey Wardens the legends note.
I have some questions, if you don't mind.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Are we safe here? Where are the Darkspawn?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
Unfortunately, Dawn, no, there was not a way to win that battle. And you can probably thank the combination of Loghain not joining the battle and Kaelin ordering the people out of their fucking cover.
Yeah, that's the thing about this game, Don. As unfortunate as it is, you can't really get too comfy with a lot of the characters.
I mean, some of them you can, but...
Yeah, but we won't tell you which ones.
And if we hadn't been waylaid by the Darkspawn at the Tower of Ijal, we might have been able to get to the signal sooner. Because you may notice the timing there was that the men were already overwhelmed even before we hit the signal.
Yeah.
So, there's actually an incredibly good chance that Loghain had his reasons for quitting the field so soon, but because that flanking army never came, the reinforcements did not come to join the battle, and they lost. Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. But she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
Much, much higher.
What a sensible attitude. Mother is seldom sensible, however.
How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
Are there any survivors besides us?
Only stragglers that are long gone. You would not want to see what is happening in that valley now.
Why? What's happening?
Are you sure you want me to describe it?
Yes. Please.
I had a good view of the battlefield. 'Tis a grisly scene. There are bodies everywhere, and darkspawn swarm them, feeding, I think. They also look for survivors and drag them back down beneath the ground. I cannot say why.
So those survivors could be rescued?
If you are willing to run into the midst of the horde, perhaps.
I'm guessing the mic picked that up.
Are there any survivors? Ow, blackjack! Not anymore, there aren't.
Wow!
What a heel turn from blackjack! Well, that explains how ornery he's been. He was a fucking darkspawn all along.
That's racist.
I mean...
Why did Taryn Loghain abandon the king?
I do not know who this Loghain even is. Perhaps ask Mother of it.
I think I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
New screenshot. Hi Morgan. Hi, you're very close to me.
Don't stand so close to me.
What? So this says there's a chest.
Yes, Morgan's.
Listen, asshole.
Yes. Also, yes, that was Surat Dork.
Yes.
You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start.
I will go then.
I will stay and make something to eat.
Good, I'm kind of hungry. Oh my god! Well, if you were close before. Oh, Lord. Okay. Alright, another cutscene. I mean, yes, this is kind of an important part of the game. So we're probably going to be seeing continued bugs throughout the rest of this game. Awesome.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
I'm fine. I appreciate your concern.
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And what does that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
Yeah, that's pretty hefty amount of trauma that they just went through. Huh. I suppose we should thank you.
If you know what is good for you, I suppose you should.
So... If you're Flemeth, you must be very old and powerful.
Must I? Age and power are relative. It depends on who is asking. Compared to you, yes, on both counts.
Then why didn't you save Duncan? He was our leader.
I am sorry for your Duncan, but your grief must come later. In the dark shadows before you take vengeance, as my mother once said. Duty must come now. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
I mean, you could actually do a fucking response here of it changed when most of them were slaughtered. But that's a little harsh.
I mean...
Land is hardly united, thanks to Loghain.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
Ha! I gotta say, I love the way that this game answers a supposed question. The evil behind it is the true threat, and Alistair goes, the Archdemon. But Flemeth neither agrees nor corrects him here. So that's kind of an interesting point, actually. Knowing what I know now, at this point, with Inquisition having been released, it is rather interesting, given all of the stuff that we have learned since this point in the games. Stop. Let's see. What is this Archdemon exactly?
It is said that long ago, the Maker sent the old gods of the ancient Tevinter Imperium to slumber in prisons deep beneath the surface. An Archdemon is an old god awakened and tainted by Darkspawn. Believe that or not, history says it's a fearsome and immortal thing, and only fools ignore history.
What could the Terran hope to gain by betraying the king?
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If Al-Eamon knew what he did, he would never stand for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
You think the Arl would believe us over the Terran? Or Arl Eamon? The Arl of Redcliffe?
I suppose. Al-Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
That sounds like an excellent idea.
Such determination. How intriguing.
I still don't know if Al-Eamon's help would be enough. He can't defeat the Darkspawn horde by himself.
Well, let's see. We need the rest of the Grey Wardens.
I don't know how to contact them, or if they're even on their way. We need to do something now.
You have more at your disposal than you think.
Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl-Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
I think so. Why not? Isn't that what Grey Wardens do?
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
We're going, old woman. Don't push us. Yes. Thank you for everything, Flemeth.
No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
I don't want sex, old woman.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
I love the fucking voice crack on. What? Thank you, but if Morrigan doesn't wish to join us...
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
None.
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Very well. We'll take her with us.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Yeah.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I
understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
She won't come to harm. Well... she won't come to harm with us.
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
No, you're coming as you are. Alright.
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
No, I prefer you speak your mind.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
We need all the help we can get.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
I think we should just get underway.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the Blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Morgan approves plus 23? What? Okay. If you know Dragon Age, and if you know Morgan, she never approves. Every choice you make, she's like, Morgan disapproves -5.
Do you still have the approval mod installed?
I don't have... What? Approval mod?
Oh, I saw you, like, forcibly, like, up approval in Dragon Age 2.
Yeah, that would be the developer's console, and I only use that because I was playing a game with you to show you the game and the story stuff. I'm not going to do that here, and first of all, I can't do that. Second of all, I would need to access the developer's console, which I do not have enabled in this playthrough, and third of all, you're an asshole, and shut up.
The rumor
Currently,
Toriel is filthy hacker.
Currently, Morgan approves more of me than Alistair does. Oh my god.
I guess she was listening to all of Don's praise.
I mean, I guess. Let's Alright, let's save that there. So, I think... Can I still talk with you, Flemeth?
Have you not left yet? I hope you are not hanging about for some stew.
No. Could you answer some questions?
Questions. One would think a Grey Warden would be more interested in action.
Well, I'm a mage, so I like asking questions, so fuck you. Can I ask about your magic?
Looking for new spells. Secrets you think old Flemeth has cooked up over the years. Well, they're of no use to you without years of practicing my ways. I am not like your circle with its books, you see. Not that I would mind a replacement daughter to order around.
Believe me, you do not want that.
I don't know how she got that many points. I would date Morrigan, but unfortunately I'm playing a female character, and in this game they actually restrict who you can romance by gender.
Yeah.
How long have you lived in the wilds?
Since before I was wrinkled and old. Ah, you may think it strange, but I was once young and beautiful, just as Morrigan is now. Yes, men desired Flemeth then, and some even killed for her.
Huh. You don't seem happy about that.
I am not, nor was I then. It dictated all that followed. But enough. You have your task to complete.
Do you have any advice?
About the Darkspawn?
About anything, really.
Then hear this. I laugh at a world full of stupid humans who ignore the Blight's evil and abandon their vigilance to chase mortal goals. Remember, it is up to you to destroy the Blight. Pray not for someone else to destroy it. It will always nip at your heels.
Good advice. What will you do once we're gone?
Have a moment's peace for once.
I hear the peace of the grave is eternal.
Morrigan?
This is the thanks I get for feeding you and putting up with you for this long. Bah! May your child one day treat you the same.
Feed me, she says. Without me, I swear, she shall be caked in dirt and eating tree bark inside of a month.
I have no more questions.
Then we are done. Now, if you would excuse me, I have some dinner to eat.
I am still amazed that I got 23 fucking points for Morrigan. I don't have any mods installed to improve approval.
The time has come to leave.
Guess she was just in a good mood.
What do you need?
Which is rare considering Morrigan.
Yeah, Morrigan does not like people. And she doesn't...
She does not like most things.
Yeah, she does not like most things. This is true. Alright. So we are officially kind of out of the tutorial of the game. And, oh yeah, that's right. 6-7 hours or so of gameplay, and we just made it out of the tutorial. That is the length of game we are looking at here. So, this is the overworld map, and you can get a pretty good idea of where everything is. We have... Our main destination right now is Lothering. That's the only place that we can access from here. This dark smudge on the map is the spread of the Blight, and as we make our way through the game, shall see it spread further. You're also going to see additional little areas on the map pop up as the game progresses. Some of these are ones that we are part of our main missions, like the Brazilian outskirts are for the elves. Big surprise, they're out in the trees. We've already been to the Circle Tower, and of course we have to recruit the mages for our mission. And we have the Frostback Mountains, which is where the Doors of Orzammar are. That's our entrance into that place. We've also got Redcliffe Village, which is all the way down over here, right at the south end of Lake Calenhad. Redcliffe Castle, which is where we need to eventually get to in order to recruit Eamon and his help. Now, we still have a fairly preliminary part of the game to get through, which is in Lothering. Lothering serves as a continued intro launching point to the rest of the game, and it's actually very interesting because there is a lot that you can do there, but it's not something that, well, it's interesting because, again, it teaches you a lot about the quest taking and that aspect of the game. Anyway, let's go to Lothering and get a cutscene. Loading. Loading. Ting! Here we are. Ah, in Denerim.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this.
Thanks, Cat.
I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Van Tegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Tegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Oof. So yeah, Logain's really selling the case that he was, right in what he was doing, huh? Shut up and listen to me, he says.
Also, I just realized who Logain reminds me of.
Shh, cutscene.
Sorry.
Puppy! I love how I squeal that and Evelyn has this deadpan expression.
I mean...
Yay! Puppy! I'm gonna stick my hand through my skirt. Ah, Darkspawn! Where are you going, Alistair? So yeah, Logain is doing a great job of rallying everyone behind him. You think? Sorry, she just said, sensing more Darkspawn. No! Really? You think, Evelyn?
I apologize for the interruption earlier, but I think I'm a full half minute behind you.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I cannot be comfortable, Evelyn. Oh, my lord. I'm sorry, I'm just... I'm sorry! Back off, back off, back off, back off! I don't like you. No, no. Get them off of me! Puppy? He wags his tail happily in pants. I think this is the Mabari I helped cure back at Ostagar.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
I don't know if they would demonetize me, given how often I swear while I'm streaming. I'm not sure. I think my understanding is if the swearing is in the first couple of minutes or so in the upload to the channel, that's usually where they might immediately demonetize you. But yeah. I've generally not had a lot of issues when it comes to demonetization. Part of that might also be because I have 10,000 subscribers and they show preferential treatment to people who have over 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not saying that's a great thing. I'm just saying that seems to have made me immune to certain things, so.
I mean, reap the benefits while you can, I guess.
I've always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it's meant to be. And we get to name the dog. What shall we name the dog?
Thumb. This isn't a discussion. That's its name.
No, I agree. I'm gonna name it Thumb. I had to take a moment to laugh. Not Thumb, no!
Well, we have to name it Thumb now.
I know! No, don't do it!
I feel like by the end of this LP, we'll need like a don't do it counter for Dawn.
Don't do it, bitch! But like, I'm sorry, but Thumb works, and I don't think he's going to care. He's just Thumb. Don't click.
Yeah, don't do it.
I'm naming the dog Thumb.
Yes.
New codex, Thumb. The Mabari is clever enough to speak and wise enough to know not to. Evelyn found this Mabari in the camp at Ostagar. His master was killed in the wilds, and Thumb fell ill from biting the Darkspawn in battle. Thumb seems to have chosen Evelyn as his new master now. Dawn's disapproval continues to rain blessings upon us all.
I know, I love it. Also, I just realized something.
What?
If you take this dog into battle, doesn't that technically make it a Thumb war?
Alright everyone, thank you for watching this stream. I have to actually sign off and book my flight out to where Griffin is so that I can murder him.
Oh my god. Oh, Dawn. We're all going to die.
I mean, yes, and I'm going to make that particularly. Anyway, hi, Thumb. Hi, baby. Hey, pet Thumb. He rolls around happily on his back. He is caked with blood. What a good puppy. What a good puppy, baby. He pants happily. Oh god, we're getting some lag here. Do you see anything interesting? Thumb doesn't seem to have found anything. Okay. Oh god. Okay,
but yeah, during that last cutscene, I suddenly realized who Logan reminded me of, at least physically.
Oh?
Spoonie.
Oh my god. I have
Am
felt...
I wrong? wrong, though?
I have felt 2 points in my life converge in the worst way.
I mean, it's just him!
Yes, as in Noah Antwell?
Antwiler, yeah.
Antwiler, yes. Noah Antwiler, the spoony one.
Oh my god.
I can see it. I am maligned. Hey, Thumb! Oh god, do you see anything interesting now? Thumb comes running up to you with a tangled ball of woolen yarn. The ends are trailing in the dust behind him. Thank you. I now have a tangled ball of yarn, and it's a gift! I can give that as a gift.
So I shall.
Like, for me, you mentioned Thumb bringing you the ball of twine as a gift, just as Phoenix's comment Thumb kill Griffin comes up.
Yeah, that would be a gift, wouldn't it?
I mean, he brought the yarn to hang me with.
Poor Thumb. Thumb. You were so quick on that.
I mean, there was no other option.
And if this loads, we're going to hit a cutscene, so, yep. Here we go.
It was meant to be.
Shh.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess the pretty one is the leader.
They don't look much like them others. You know, maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your friend. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay. I don't know what that accent is. Terrible is what it is.
I was gonna say.
Forget it. I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse, then. Those are the rules.
You can certainly try.
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
Yeah!
That fucking scream! Alright. Okay, well you're gonna make this hard, aren't you? Alright, so yeah, we've killed pretty much all of them.
Alright, we surrender.
Lot of blood.
We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
He went from 0 to 100 in an instant. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
Get by? You're a criminal.
Yes, I'm a criminal. I admit it. I apologize.
Hand over everything you've stolen.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
I want some questions answered.
Well, what could I tell you? We aren't even from these parts.
What's going on in Lothering?
It's packed full. The band took his men north with Tear and Loghain, so there's no one looking out for it except a few Templars at the Chantry.
Templars?
Well, I was just trying to feed my family, you know?
Uh-huh. Have you heard about any survivors from the battle?
Couple, maybe. A group of wounded Ash Warriors came by earlier. Got right out of their way.
What exactly have you been doing?
Well, watching for folks fleeing from the south. Chasing from the wilds and farmholders, mostly. There aren't soldiers here anymore, so we help ourselves. We try not to hurt anyone too much.
Uh-huh. I'm done asking questions.
Well, then let me go.
I'm turning you into the authorities.
There aren't any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
They'll do what they must. Come with me.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Yes, you are. That was literally no fight.
That thumb war was over before you could count to 4.
Oh, whoops. Well, okay, hi, Thumb. Do you see anything interesting? Aw. Okay. Sorry, Thumb. Let's see. Fire. Oh, my inventory is full. Huh. Well, I don't need these. Let's see. And I don't need that. I have a lot of shit in my inventory. I think they stuffed more things in there. Yeah, they added more things. I don't need that. Okay. Dead Templar! Let's poke that. The Knight's Locket and the Knight's Note. A fallen Templar. Quest updated. You found the body of a Templar slain by bandits. His corpse had been picked clean of everything, save a note and a locket. Perhaps the locket will mean something to someone back in Lothering. So many of my fellow knights have been searching for the urn. Surely one of them must have found Brother Genitivi by now. Still, until I hear that all is well, I must proceed as planned. Brother Genitivi holds the key to finding the Urn of Sacred Ashes. We always knew this, but I believe I now know where Brother Genitivi lies. I've been to his home in Denerim, and I found the trail. And I am amazed that other knights have not done likewise. Unless they have? No, it is best not to get caught up in thoughts of conspiracy. Sir Donald awaits my report in Lothering. I must go to him immediately and report what I have learned. Should anyone find these ramblings, all I ask is that he be informed of my fate. I pray that he complete what I cannot. Alright.
Down to get some bad news for you. I'm afraid there is no pacifist run for Dragon Age.
There, unfortunately, is not. Alright. So, let's save again. Just because. And we're gonna hit a cutscene. Alright, here we go.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
You have been very quiet, Alistair.
Yes, I know. I was just thinking.
No wonder it took so long, then.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
Well, you have some thoughts on that point, Alistair?
This should be good.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them?
Yes, I have.
There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Why are you leaving it up to me? I mean, you are the senior Grey Warden here.
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
I'm not going to fight with you about it either. Well, what do you think we should do, Morgan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Then we need to find these people.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Alright. Where do we find Arleman?
He'll be at the Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
Where will we find the Dalish Elves?
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there.
Where do we find the dwarves?
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
Won't the Circle of Magi do what the Chantry says?
Technically, the Circle of Magi is independent. We don't know that the Chantry won't support us, of course.
You truly believe that?
If we speak to the first Enchanter, he should see that his responsibility to the Grey Wardens supersedes anything the Chantry or even Tairn Loghain might have to say about it.
Where would Loghain be exactly?
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
I don't need any more directions.
Then you have a plan.
I'm ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
And here we are in Lothering. Here we are beginning the next leg of the game. This is actually where the last point where it follows a completely linear structure. See, previously you kind of get to... You kind of are funneled into a singular path. You start out in your origin, and then you end up in Ostagar, and then you end up here in Lothering. That's just how the game progresses itself. After this point, after you actually get done with Lothering, you actually can go in any direction. There's a good scaling of difficulty, depending on which area you choose first. And there are a couple of other options that also help with building experience to make other later quests a little bit easier as well. I have all of the DLC. I've got the Ultimate Edition of this game. But from after Lothering, you can literally choose wherever it is that you want to go. And I have a certain order that I usually do things in. If you've seen previous playthroughs, you probably can guess. And things are actually going to be a little bit different in some regards because I am playing a mage this time instead of a rogue. That will present some very different interactions both with the world at large as well as the character and some of her choices. And, as I've said before, I picked the mage origin because that is, like... So initially, in my previous playthroughs, I picked rogue because it allows me to pick all of those chests and open them and get their contents and all of that fun stuff. And that's the frustrating thing with playing a mage, and that's why my previous playthroughs, so that I can have access to that, as well as to play a human noble, because there are restrictions on the romance with Alistair if you're not a human noble. At least down the line. But we'll find out more about that as time goes on. So I tended to go with the easiest path and one of the almost like preset and one of the most fleshed out origins in the game for previous playthroughs. This one, I've always been more drawn to the mages, and as the series has released, I have been more fascinated with the mage story, as well as the conflict that mages actually face over the course of all 3 games. I think that, honestly, there is a story to be told with that, and I wanted to start by showcasing what the Circle Tower was like before you get there, because eventually, every path will eventually land in the Circle Tower, but it's a very different place if you didn't start out there. Yeah, the warriors tend to have a very boring set of moves, so to speak. They tend to be very static. You basically stand at one point and you keep swinging your sword until you defeat the enemies. And they get better in later games. You get more things that you can do, different abilities, so on and so forth. Mages are more fun, just in general. Please stop stabbing my chair, kitty. That's okay, Sir Bounce. That's a good boy. Anyway. But Cat, thank you. I love you. Mwah, get off the desk. Okay. Anyway. But I am hoping to showcase a little bit more of what I feel to be my most canon playthrough, and the one that I'm going to be taking eventually into Inquisition. Because yes, I do plan to actually stream that game. I'm going to be going through all 3 games as they are released presently. And there's a lot that I have to talk about in terms of the mage story. The mage's background and the conflict that they face in all 3 games. Some of you already know my opinions on that, and as enraged as I've already been, you can expect further rage down the line. So, all of that said, I believe this is a pretty good stopping point for today. We've arrived in Lothering. This is where the game is going to start branching out into other stuff moving forward. There is a lot to do in Lothering. In fact, I imagine that the entire next stream is going to be dedicated just to all of the tasks that we can do in Lothering alone. There's a lot to be discussed with Alistair and Morrigan. There's a lot to uncover in this town. Oh, well, thank you for following.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to next week, where I can continue this playthrough. And again, okay, this is very obligatory at this point, so I do apologize because we all hear it in every YouTube video nowadays, but if you actually liked what I was doing here today, feel free to like the video because that actually does help with the YouTube algorithm. Feel free to leave a comment. I mean, again, every little bit of quote-unquote engagement actually encourages YouTube to promote my videos. And quite frankly, given my update schedule at present, I can use all of the help that I can get. This is something that I'm hoping to turn into a quote-unquote business, which I know is one of those, yeah, sure, that's such a reliable thing, relying on YouTube. But that said, I have other content that I've got planned, and I would like to stay relevant in the search results so that people can find that content.
Indubitably.
So, I'm sorry that you're coming at the end of the stream, but the entire video, at least in terms of the Dragon Age aspect of it, will be going up on my channel. Those of you who have been watching it on YouTube already know this, I'm assuming. But I do plan on archiving all of these videos on the channel itself. This counts as my next playthrough. But if you do watch there, like, I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you for coming out to the stream today. It makes a huge difference. I really want to especially thank those of you who have been donating bits. That actually makes a huge difference, and I really, really appreciate that. There's also, I believe, a Ko-fi link underneath this video, and there's usually one also in the description of the YouTube videos as well. And if you really like my stuff and you want to support the sort of content that I'm making, you can always check out my Patreon, which is usually also linked at the end of the video as well as in the description. Now, all of that is all of the obligatory please help me make my channel a successful one stuff. I know that it gets obnoxious because everyone does it. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like it. You really, if you like my videos, then good things happen. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
Believe us, people, none of us like reading off of this script. It's very much obligatory.
It's not even necessarily reading off of the script. It's that YouTube has made it so that if you don't encourage these things and if you don't get these things out of the people that are watching your channel, then YouTube basically sort of slowly reduces how often you show up in search results. So that's a lot of fun right there.
Yeah.
But I do want to continue making more. There's more stuff that's on the way, and obviously, as usual, I am streaming weekly, starting usually at 5 p.m. Central, which is my time zone. I may be adjusting that in the future, but for right now, every Saturday at 5 p.m. Central, I am streaming, usually for a couple of hours or so. Sometimes, if you get there early, I am actually doing a pre-stream, just chatting a little bit with folks before I actually get to recording. So, I want to thank you guys all for watching, and I really look forward to seeing you guys next week, where I continue this playthrough and showcase Lothering, and probably express several more opinions, TM, about this game. Thank you for joining me, Griffin, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Pleasure as always, Lorelei.
All right. Bye-bye, everyone.
Take care.